Alright, number 41 says the sequence below shows the number of trees a nursery plants each year. So they start with 2, next year they plant 8, next year they plant 32, next year they plant 128. Question is, which formula could be used to determine the number of trees the nursery will plant next year, if the number of trees planted this year, now, is known? So this is basically just asking us to find a now next equation. Well, this one isn't actually all that difficult. Alright, if we start out to get from 2 trees to 8 trees, there's 2 ways we can do this, okay? 2 trains of thought. If we add 6, okay, we can get from 2 to 8. But if that is the pattern that we're looking for, we need to be able to add 6 again. Well, to get from 8 to 32, you're having to add 24, alright? And then to get from there on, you're having to add an even bigger number. You'd have to add, let's see here, that would be, looks like 96, okay? So the number is getting even bigger each time. So since it's increasing by an increasing rate, that is the key phrase we've talked about with the exponential functions, okay? And in exponential functions, you don't add the same number every time, you multiply by the same number every time. So to get from 2 to 8, that's multiplying by 4. From 8 to 32, that's multiplying by 4, and so on and so on. And if we check 32 times 4, okay, we just pull this out just to make sure. We did 32 times 4, 2 times 4 is 8, 3 times 4 is 12, and that does work, okay? So if we wanted to find out the next one, we would do 128 times 4. Multiply that, that gives you 32, carry the 3, 2 times 4 is 8, plus 3 is 11, carry the 1, and 1 times 4 is 4, plus 1 is 5, so the next total would be 512 trees, right, if the pattern continues. So the next year's total is equal to the one we have now times 4. Right? That's not B, that's not C, and that's not D. The correct answer here would be A. Alright, pretty straightforward. This is just an example of a now next equation. If you remember, we've talked about these throughout the courses, especially in course 1 we did. And this is a now next rule for an exponential function that's growing, increasing at an increasing rate. Alright, so the answer was A.